8:56 at a morning time on this Thursday morning, March 15, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Thursday morning, March 15, 2018. Good morning to you all. This lovely Thursday morning, March 15, 2018. It is 34 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories of the Peter Channel Morning News at 8:56 is President Trump found admits being full of it as he admitted to making up a trade claim when a meeting with Justin Trudeau from Canada. Mass kill. Dylan Roop's sister charged with represents at South Carolina High School. Stormy Daniels' lawyer says other women are considering legal cases against Trump. Man who claimed he burned Natalie Always remains fatally stabbed in Florida. U.S. official says Saudi Crown Prince has hidden his mother from his father, the king. Britain has no proof of spy president. Syria marks 7 years of war, thousands leave besieged enclave. North Korean official trip to Sweden paves way for U.S. talks. New advisor Larry Kudlow quickly opts on the Trump Express. Thousands protest against gun violence across the U.S. and a national school walkout. Conor Lamb wins Pennsylvania House State, giving Democrats map to rump country. 2 aviators dead after Navy jet crashes in water near Key West. Oklahoma says to begin using the national for all execution in an unprecedented move. U.S. forces in Nigeria killed nearly a dozen Islamic State terrorists 3 months ago in an attack on the West African country, Pentagon official said. In response to the poisoning of former Russian spy with a grade nerve agent, Britain said it will be building a new $67 million science and technology laboratory. Chinese and Russian leaders are for their full support for South Korea and the United States in respect to summits with North Korea. South Korea's benchmark cost pay is set to a week with the highest ever quarterly earnings ever according to the industry experts. South Korean government aims to reduce youth unemployment under 8% over the next 4 years by creating up to 220,000 jobs. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations joined a course of accusations against the Kremlin for the poisoning of a former Russian spy living in Britain. A California jury awarded $33.9 million in a wrongful death lawsuit to the parents of the unarmed man who was shot by a son burning near the sheriff's deputy in 2015. The city lay offer, our police whose producer Scott Wood for the planned Barbary version of Two Kill Mockingbird event appears too far from the novel. A day for digging at. The day after the snowstorm. Attleboro native spreads winter kindness by the shovel. Attleboro City Hall goes to the cats and the dogs. Foxborough site removed from the Superfund list. In Seekonk, town officials are mourning the loss of former Fire Chief David Bowden, who passed away on March 4th. Footprints in the snow lead Seekonk police to the suspects. Unilever. Coil Cassidy role players key to the Warriors player of success. Neighborliness helps Tauntonians weather the storm. After walkouts, students bring gun control message to the State House. New MRI now available at Borden Hospital. With fellow students screaming and swearing in the background, and a viral video has been seen by thousands of times on social media. A girl who attends South Middle School in Buckner was dragged around by her, was punched, and was kicked according to mother. The 13-year-old girl's family had a large chunk of brown hair was saved. Hanover Rats Swampscott head to the state final. West Bridgewater seniors walked in a dance hall wearing their finest outfit escorted by their dates, but it was just as high school seniors did what senior citizens as well. Thus, NBA mama about improvements of the Wi-Fi on trains. On snow day, skiers and snowshoers come to play at Borderland and in Easton. Unilever's big move looks like a lot of prep from Prime M&A. With death of the Toys R Us. Toy makers brace for the major hit. Not in the Kansas anymore. United Airlines big step sends German strippers to Japan. And iHeart Media files for bankruptcy. The stocks now down 240.91 points to 24.758.12. SP5 down 50.83 points to 27.4 down 48. And Nasdaq down 14.28 points to 74.96.81. Astronauts DNA no longer mentions the death of the children and NASA funds. NASA's Kepler space telescope has only a few months to live. Health officials issue measles warning after 2 cases divided in the troubles of the U.S. and Detroit. 13-year-old dies after sinus infection spreads to his brain. Next home, startup claims Brandon Canadian Motor sticking to the lower than the cloud. And Peter Cheldu stop. 901 on this Thursday morning. And it is time now for a sports report. The Boston Celtics drop a double overtime thriller today. Washington Wizards 125 to 124. Tonight, the Boston Bruins be down in Florida to take on the Florida Panthers. On risk, old rules and how Kirk Cousins laid the groundwork forever, change NFL contracts. And Buffalo Bills offseason to the registration includes signing quarterback A.J. McCarron from the Cincinnati Bengals. Peter Chale News Time is 9:01 on this Thursday morning, and it is time now for a traffic and transit report. Beep beep! On the MBTA, signal maintainers are on scene and normal group bus line services resuming some regional delays. Individual train lists will be sent as needed. Midway train 010, 8:07 a.m. inbound departure. Middlebury's on train 535 minutes late. The route to the substation due to early signal issues. And Providence train 8:14, 7:45 inbound is now operated 10 minutes late between Providence and substation due to early mechanical issue. Okay. Looking at our wizard, Bowers and New England. They stop outside. It is slow for the production on the downtown Providence. 146 stop outside. So between 1595 downtown Providence. 95 at the northbound side. It is 37 to 195. Slow on 95 northbound from Crescent to Providence. 195 westbound side. It is slow from East Providence to downtown Providence. 146 southbound. So between 1595 downtown Providence. 610 connector. So between 695. 6 eastbound side. A little slow for the 610 connector. 146 southbound side. A little to Salisbury Road in New North Smithfield, 99, northbound side, so between 126 122, Lincoln and Socket Stretch, 295 at the northbound side, Lowell around 95 at Attleboro, 95 at the southbound side, so between 152 and North Attleboro and 95 at Attleboro. Jamestown, Newport, and Mount Bridges are Lincoln Gate, Route 25 westbound side, Lowell, Wareham Stretch, 140 on the northbound side, Lowell around Route 24 out in Taunton. 95 at the northbound side, it is so between 140 and Foxbury, Route 128, Kansas, 28. 24 at the northbound side, so between 27 and Brockton, Route 128, Kansas. Route 3 at the northbound side, so between 228 and Rocknard to the Braintree Split. 128 and both ends back to 24 Kenyon and Braintree Split. Southern Expressway southbound side, so the Braintree Split. Northbound side, it is so between Braintree RA to downtown Boston. Mass Pike eastbound side is back to between 495 and Westboro RA to the Southern Expressway at Boston. And Mass Pike westbound side, it is so between Loader down to South Boston. 495 at the northbound side, so between 126 and Bellingham RA to the Mass Pike. 128 at the northbound side, so between Route 1 and Northwood to Route 20 Waltham. One 28 at the southbound side, it is so between Route 1 and PB area, Route 2 in Lexington, and Route 2 westbound side, it is so around Route 95 in Waltham, Route 2 eastbound side, it is so around the Cambridge Stretch, 93 in both ends of downtown Boston, the backed up. Mass Pike westbound side, so up to Lower River, down to South Boston. 93 southbound side, it is up to 495 in Lawrence RA, that is downtown Boston. Route 1 and southbound side, so between River and Charlestown. Route 2 westbound side, Lowell, Lexington Stretch. 3 in the southbound side, so between Lowell and 9 and Burlington. 93 the southbound side, it is so between 495 and Lawrence RA, Route 128 in Redden, 495 at the southbound side, it is so between Lawrence and all the way on Route 93. 495 at both ends back around the Lowell to Tewksbury Stretch. 495 at the southbound side, so between Lowellton and Ann Arbor. 290 eastbound side, so between Shrewsbury and Ann Arbor. 290 eastbound side is also Worcester Stretch. 146 at the northbound side, it is slow around Worcester Stretch. Mass Pike westbound side, also the Ludlow Stretch. 91 at the northbound side, it is so between 57 and 291 in Springfield. At 91 at the southbound side, it is so between Windsor and Hartford, Connecticut. 84 eastbound side, so between Farmington and Hartford, Connecticut. 84 westbound side, also Waterbury Stretch, and westbound side, it's on the Newtown Stretch. Merritt Parkway, both ends back to the Bridgeport Stretch. Merritt Parkway, westbound side, it's up between Bridgeport and New Canaan. 95 at the southbound side, it's up between Fairfield and Seaford. 95 at the northbound side, also Greenwich Stretch. 95 at the southbound side, so the Bridgeport Stretch. Up north, 101 at the eastbound side, also Manchester and Spalding Turnpike. 89 southbound side, also Newberry Stretch. And both ends of 93 is back to the Lincoln, New Hampshire Stretch. 36 A789, both ends back to upstate New York, Vermont, and Onward 15 northbound side, so it's Quebec towards Montreal. 95 at the southbound side, so between Adel Falls and Millinocket. Peter Chale News Time is 9:05 on this First of all, it's time now for a weather report. Looking at the radar satellite, it shows snow around the breakthroughs for North Carolina that are Great Britain, switching to the east of Albany and east of Kingston. There's some snow showers down at Hyde Park, down at Newburgh. And snow in the east of Concord, New Hampshire, and snow in west of Meredith, New Hampshire, and then White Mountain, New Hampshire, and another patches of snow showers from Middlebury, Vermont. Alright. Alright. The weather for Detroit, Michigan. A mix of sun and clouds and sun during the morning will give way to cloudy skies. This afternoon, the few flurries or snow showers possible. Highs 36 degrees. Winds northwards at 10-20 miles an hour. Thursday night, cloud skies. And it seems to become part cloud skies. At midnight, low to 20 degrees. And winds northwards at 10 to 20 miles an hour. And snowing all the way up in upstate New York, and snowing from Little Falls all the way up to Watertown around Ogdensburg in Ontario, and snowing from Montreal up to Quebec, and snowing in upstate New York and around northern portions of New Brunswick down to central portions of Nova Scotia, and raining around Newfoundland. Temperature spread around the region. It is in the 27 to 35 degree range for southern New England, and it's in the 27 to 35 degree range for northern New England with a 9 degree reading for Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Right now. (34 degrees on temperature, the north humidity is 70%, wind speed northwest northwest at 5 miles an hour, barometer term 41 inches, rising slowly, and take a look at the forecast. It goes like this. Alright, forecast goes like this. Today, most of the sun skies are about 41 degrees, west about 10 miles an hour, gust at 24 miles an hour for tonight. Podcast about 27 degrees, west about 3 to 6 miles an hour for Friday. Partly sun skies about 36 degrees, northwest about 7 to 50 miles an hour Friday night. Most of the gusts about 21 degrees, west about 7 to 11 miles, gust at 24 miles an hour for Saturday. Most sunny, most gusts about 36, about 15 degrees, and west about 7 to 11 miles, gust at 25 miles an hour for Saturday night. Mostly skies about 15 degrees. For Sunday, sunny and the most gusts about 35, about 19 degrees. For Monday, sunny and podcast about 40, about 24 degrees. Tuesday, just rain and snow, most skies about 30, about 29 degrees, just basically 40%. And for Wednesday, just rain and snow, most skies about 39 degrees, just basically 30%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Show. Body news on this Thursday morning, March 15, 2018. Peter Wiggins, hope you have a good morning, good day, hope you have a good day.